Hey, what's up, everyone? Good morning. Doug again with Building the Bahamas. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys had a great holiday yesterday. But just really wanted to kind of jump into this topic. We kind of touched on it last episode about duty, VAT, things like that. Extra expenses, extra costs that it's going to cost you to bring items from the States onto the island. So really wanted to dig a little bit deeper into these items that are going to cost you anywhere from 5% to 75%. So I wanted to really kind of dig into those a little deeper, give you some numbers so you can kind of see, like I've done in the past, pop it up on the screen and then go from there. So let's jump right into episode number 7. All right, guys, welcome back. Again, just want to dig right into the duty, what it's going to cost you, because there's a lot of hidden expense that you may not account for when you're budgeting your finances to build a property. And it could be, like I said, it could be tens of thousands of dollars that this extra duty, VAT, other processing fees, things like that, freight charges, that's going to cost you. And that's why it's very important to have someone that's calling around you or someone else that's doing the legwork for you to call around to other places in Bahamas, in Nassau, and then call places in the States and then kind of compare what those costs are with the, United States quotes, with the VAT and duty, processing fees, freights, and things like that. So really kind of want to just make sure you guys are aware of this. That's why I'm kind of touching on this again. So next week, we will be in Exuma for a couple weeks, getting more content, looking for properties for sale that may not be on the market, really kind of getting our boots on the ground, kind of trying to find properties that are affordable, land, homes, things like that, waterfront views, really kind of digging deep. But the next episode number 8, we're going to touch, and it's going to be live on the island. We're going to touch on different types of construction, just to give you an idea what type of construction is best for the Bahamas, that island, on the, Caribbean, on the water, similar to what we see down here in South Alabama, but give you an idea of that. So let's jump right into duty. So I've got 4 different items of significant value that you're going to be looking at that you really want to compare. So the first one is cabinets. Cabinets is a big ticket item when building your property, and that's where it really comes into really crunching those numbers, knowing what your budget is for cabinets, and then getting your quotes and then going from there. So what we did is we called down South Florida, again, just like I've told you in the past. I called down to South Florida, I called Nassau. Those are the 2 areas I looked at. And I called probably 2 or 3 different companies. Of course, when you're getting quotes, you're not always going to get a call back or get that quote. So you may end up with 1 or 2 from the States and 1 or 2 from Nassau, but it'll at least give you an idea of what the cost is going to be, and then you can make the best decision for yourself. So cabinets, wooden cabinets, duty, if you buy them in the States, is 45%. 45% plus, and a lot of people don't remember or don't think of this, VAT, which is the sales tax, is 10%. So if you're buying them in the States, you're gonna pay the United States sales tax, plus you're gonna pay the 45% duty, plus the 10% sales tax VAT in the Bahamas. Then you also have processing fees, which is 1%. Then you have your levy fees, which can range anywhere from 5% to $300 or $5 to $300, depending on what the item is. Some of it's free, some of it's zero. And then you have a freight charge. Now, freight varies based on the weight, so that number can kind of fluctuate. But as you see, I have this website, the Bahamas Duty website. This is straight from their government website, and I'm plugging in the numbers. So as you can see, plugging in the numbers of $10,000 for the value of the cabinets, and that's just a range. It could be more, it could be less, just depends on what it was. I think we ended up being in the 8,000, 8,500 range. And we bought them out of Nassau. So whenever I was calculating, I got a quote from the States, but I found that it was a lot cheaper, a lot more affordable to get them in Nassau and then ship them over. And you've already paid the 10% VAT at the time of purchase. And then you just have to pay the freight to get them on the boat, which is not a far distance, but you pay that when you get to the government dock there in Georgetown, Exuma. So as you can see, I'm going down and I calculated, and you see the end calculation of what everything is. I mean, you're talking about when you add the 45%, the 10%, plus the freight, you're looking at maybe 60, 65% at the end of the day, which is another 6,000 plus, give or take, on that $10,000 purchase. So you see that $6,000 could definitely be used in something else, another area of the house, and then go from there. All right, number two we talked about, or that we did, mattresses. You know, a lot of people forget about mattresses, but that's definitely an item when you start furnishing your property that you need to take into consideration, and that's a 60% duty fee. So when you're thinking about, oh, I'll get mattresses and just ship them from Fort Lauderdale, well, you're talking about 60% plus another 10% for the VAT, plus your freight charges. You may be looking at 80%. And as you see, you know, I calculate about $4,000 for total mattresses. Again, maybe more, maybe less, but that's a good range. And you're talking about, you know, if you're talking 80%, you're talking another $3,000 or so. So really just kind of be really, and really kind of stress this, is to know your budget, do your due diligence, do your homework, find out where's the best place to buy these, and then go from there. If you don't want to do it, that's where we come in. We'll do this for you. We'll do the legwork for you, work with you on the budget, and then go from there. Number three, we talked about TVs. TVs, everybody wants TVs in there. And yes, TVs are very affordable here in the States. They are more expensive in the Bahamas. We did buy in the Bahamas because you are looking at 35% plus another 10% VAT. So you could be getting up into that 55%. So if you're spending $2,500 on TVs, on 4 TVs is what I'm calculating. It could be more if you're building a bigger property. But if you're spending $2,500 on TVs, then in the States, which runs about $500 roughly per TV, then you're looking at maybe another that $2,500, another $1,500, $1,800. So definitely look into that. Last one we're talking about is furniture, just household furniture. Some people want to spend $10,000 on furniture. Some people may spend $20,000 on furniture. It's up to you. It depends on how big your property is that you want, and then go from there. But you're looking at 25% on all furniture. That's couches, tables, end tables, coffee tables, nightstands, things like that. So 25% duty plus your 10% VAT plus your freight. That's heavy stuff, so your freight may be a little bit more. So really, these 4 items, I kind of calculated it up, and we spent $26,500 on the numbers I used. Again, those are just rough estimates. But for the duty, I calculated almost $15,000 in duty, VAT, processing, freight charges. On top of that, what you spend of $26,000. So that's almost $15,000 worth of other things that you could put into the property to make it better: kayaks, paddle boards, outside toys, things like that. Because it's all really, if you're on the water, you need to be catering to the water sports, depending on what side you're on. Even if you're on the ocean side and you got the waves, you want floats, you want noodles, you want different things for your guests to enjoy. If you're on the south side, that's more your paddle boards, your kayaking, things like that. But you can put that money, the point is, you can put that money toward better use for your property to enhance the rental and exposure that you're going to get. Make everybody's, vacation enjoyable, get that repeat business. Then you start seeing the snowball effect into your rental income, and then go from there. So, all right, guys, that wraps up episode number 7, Building the Bahamas. Hope you found it informative. If you do know someone that's looking to do something like this, please share this post with them, this video with them. Just want to be there for you guys if you are looking to do something. Again, next week we'll be on the island, going live with some stuff. So please jump online when you see us go live. love to answer any questions while we're on the phone, kind of video and everything. But until then, hope you guys have a great weekend. Again, hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. I can always be reached if you have any questions. I can always be reached at buildingthebahamas@gmail.com. Love to hear your comments. Love to hear any questions that you have or that you have, and we'll answer them the best we can. Again, hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Take care.